Hi everyone, it's Sherelle Nicole of SherelleNicole.com. I'm finally back with a Q&A response video. I know it's mad late. I know. I'm trying to be more consistent in my life and with this brand that I'm trying to build. So please bear with me. From here on out, I am going to be consistent. I'm putting my word on it, like for real. So make sure you check out my blog post of the week. We're just going to jump right into responding to the questions that I got. The first one is, I'd like to know when you began your journey to becoming more in touch with yourself. What moment, if anyone in particular, triggered this direction in your life? I wouldn't say there was one particular moment that triggered this direction. It was more so a series of events and a series of being unhappy and just traumatized by hurt and pain. So I began looking at alternative methods to be happy. I started getting real into spiritual things like yoga and crystals and things like that. I really like the holistic approach. So I would say that I've been on this journey consciously for about 2 years now, where I decided that I was going to take a step to be happier and to live the life I always dreamed of. So I really feel like it started probably when I graduated from college. That was a very depressing time, trying to find a job and just figure out life. So I feel like that's when I consciously started it. But I've always been like intuitive and just like knowing things as a child and growing up. So I feel like it's been pretty much a lifelong journey, but I didn't start realizing it and doing it intentionally until the last couple of years. So yeah. The next question is, how do you deal with family who you feel don't have your best interest at heart? That's a good question. Family is hard. Family is tough because they're not just your everyday people who you can just cut off so easily. You usually have so much more emotional ties to them and so much attachment to them. So with family, I would say that you have to pick and choose what energy you share with them and what energy you allow them to share with you. Not everybody is going to have your best interest at heart. You have to make sure that you can shield your heart and your space for, the best healing, positive energy possible. And nobody is entitled to your space, not even your family, not even the people who are your day ones. If they can't respect it and if they can't reciprocate that energy and have that positive energy as well, they don't deserve it. I don't think you should cut your family off necessarily, which is a long lesson I had to learn because I'm quick to cut somebody off. But I don't think you should cut them off. I think you should just be careful with what energy you share with them, with what projects you share with them, with what parts of your life you share with them. I think family does care about you at their core, but sometimes they don't go about it in the best way. Not everybody is in that position to receive what you have to offer. And they take that as a threat sometimes, and they don't know how to take it and they don't know how to digest it because they're in a different stage in their life or a different journey in their lives. So they can't even, comprehend to be able to receive what you have to offer. So that's what I would say. The next question is, how do you handle street harassment? That's a good question. To be honest, I go everywhere with John as much as possible. Whenever I'm doing something, it's always with him. Which is, I'm lucky enough to have that opportunity because unfortunately, other men won't leave you alone if another man is with you. As if we need protectors on the street, but whatever. Yeah, street harassment is something that makes me roll my eyes super hard. And having John with me allows me to not have to deal with that. If I do ever go anywhere by myself, it's just, small errands here and there. But for the most part, I have John with me because I'm somebody who will pop off at the mouth if you come at me incorrect. So I think it's just best for me to have him with me, not only because he is my best friend and I just do everything with him, but he also is that buffer between me having to deal with that. I know not every woman has a male or whatever who can be that buffer for them. But I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. Like, I don't even know what to tell you. I don't know what the solution is because it seems like if you ignore them, you get killed. If you tell them that you're not interested, you get killed. If you tell them don't touch me, you get killed. So it's like, what can we do? I would just say be careful. I go with ignoring. That's what I'm really good at. I'll act like I don't hear you. I act like you don't exist. But, you know, that doesn't always work. So I really don't know. I don't know what to tell y'all. What do you guys think? How do you think we can handle street harassment better and just combat this craziness going on with women being approached by men who think they're entitled? Let me know. The next question is, what are your thoughts on dealing with mental illness in the Black community? I think they need to be dealt with. We need to stop having such a taboo around mental illness in the Black community. You know, our mental health matters. We deserve to heal. We deserve to be able to live great lives and happy lives. And surrounding taboo around mental illness is just, it's ridiculous. It really is at this point. Like, what's the point? We need to create more conversation around it. We need to have more safe spaces where people can feel inclusive and safe to share their stories and the struggles that they're dealing with. It's hard, man. It's really hard. And it's hard doing it on your own when you feel like you don't have nobody there to help you through it, or you are weak or a bad person for having those illnesses. I mean, it's crazy. So I think we need to start building a community that is understanding and inclusive of mental illness in the Black community. It's something I feel like we all deal with, whether it's depression, anxiety, whatever. I just feel like we need to stop. We need to heal. We need to grow. We need to be happy. Those are things you just can't replace and you can't pay for. Those are immeasurable things that we deserve to have. That's why I started Sharon Nicole. One of the reasons, because we deserve to be happy. We deserve to live the lives that we always dreamed of and the lives that we want. That kind of thing you can't touch. So the last question is, how can we build and maintain positive relationships with each other without being blinded by colorism? Like the whole light skin versus dark skin thing. That's something else that makes me roll my eyes super hard. Colorism is just stupid. Like, for what? For what? Why do we continue to perpetuate these slave mentalities, these oppressive standards? And for what? Colorism is stupid. Like, at the end of the day, we're all Black. We should be able to embrace and celebrate all those skin tones. Like, what other race has so many different skin tones like Black people do? But we can't even celebrate that. Like, it's ridiculous. There have been a lot more movements that are trying to be more inclusive of all skin tones, trying to show more diversity with allowing more dark-skinned women to hold more roles and things like that. So I think we are making an effort to try to dispel colorism, but it's still such a huge problem and issue that we still need to face. So I think we just need to keep moving in that direction of being inclusive and having tolerance. I mean, nobody's trying to make you be attractive to a certain kind of person. That's what I hate, that argument. Nobody's trying to make you do anything. It's one thing to have a preference, but it's another thing to downright dog somebody else just because of how they look. What kind of, like, I don't have time for that, y'all. I don't. You know, I'm just trying to put love and light and healing out into the world. All this other stuff is just like unnecessary. It really is. It takes away from the bigger picture. Like, why should we have to waste our energy on such trivial things like that? Like, it doesn't matter. Be inclusive for everybody. Have tolerance for everybody. The end. I want to thank y'all for watching this video. If you have more questions, leave them down in the comments below. I would really love to hear them, and I would really love to answer them for you guys. If you have any suggestions about other content you would like me to create, you can also let me know in the comments below. I really need you guys to like, comment, and subscribe so that I can keep making these, and for you guys to let me know that you want me to keep making these. Yeah, and that's it. So I'll see you guys later. Mwah. Bye.
How you handle street harassment? To be honest, when anyone step to me, I'll pop off on them, give them a brain slushy. Next question. What are your thoughts on dealing with illness, mental illness in the Black community? Let me tell you something about mental illness. Everybody had that uncle you thought he was a little off. Whole time he had mental illness, you just thought he was a little, Uncle Ray Ray crazy. Uncle Ray Ray. You know, no, Uncle Ray Ray had a mental illness, people. And a lot of times, you know, weakness. Me being a Black man, that's a very vulnerable subject. Because I feel like our prison systems are filled with a lot of young men, a lot of older men, dealt with mental illness. And I don't think they understand, you know, the side effects of being Black in America and the side effects of being a Black man in America.